My name is David Merrill. I'm the head chef over here at the Cedar Room. What I hope to bring to the community is an opportunity to explore new horizons that people maybe haven't before because it was too expensive, too intimidating, too broad. And I just kind of want to bring an opportunity for people to try new things in, exciting ways that, are still small town affordable. Stop on by at the Cedar Room located here in the historic Canteen District.
The best of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. KOOQ North Platte, K251CP North Platte, 98.1 and 1410. We're online too at northplattepost.com. The following is an Eagle Media Sports presentation.
American Legion Baseball on FM 98.1 and AM 1410 are brought to you by
Hands of the Heartland, La Casa del Rios, Dave's Place, Cole Jonason with High Street Insurance, Al's Lock and Safe, State Farm agent Bobby Holtz.
That one goes out to right field. Can he get down? It does. That's an RBI single for Easton Geisler, his first hit today.
Bill Summers Ford, Honda Nissan, Great Plains Foot and Ankle, The Fortify Group, Larry's Glass, Shelter Insurance agents Pete Bolts and Brett Rogo, Puro Clean.
Grounder on over to Owen Layton, bouncing out of his glove, and that's going to score Ty Hanneborg as he's going to strut his way on home, and that's another error for Scotts Bluff, and because of that error, a run's going to come home.
Great Plains Health, Great Plains Health Sports and Therapy, Jay Engel with Farm Bureau Financial Services, Runza, Double Dips, Merrick's Ranch House, Mid Plains Community College, Szechuan Famous Food and Sushi Bar, The Cedar Room.
Welcome in, everybody, here to Ryder Park on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at northplattepost.com. Day one of Area 7 American Legion Districts. Great Plains Health Post 163, the 3 seed, taken on the number 4 seeded 5 Points Bank Hastings. 5 Points Bank Hastings and the Chiefs 14-14-1 on the season. Yes, they do have a lone tie. I'm not even messing with you. They have a lone tie. 500 on the year compared to Great Plains Health Post 163, who sit at 19-13 on the season. Quick Stop pregame show, 27 locations, open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop, always open right around the corner. Leading off in the opening game today of the A-7 districts at a place that North Platte historically has done very well with when it comes to their district matchups. I mean, they almost made it to state a couple years ago off of, a big home run from Blaze Island, and they made a run through the lower brackets before they faced a really tough Hastings team, Grand Island team the very next day. Can they reverse the tides here at a newly renovated Ryder Park? Yes, they have completely redone the entire stadium. New cages, whole new warm-up areas, new dugouts, and a completely all-turf field. That is what we're rocking here at Ryder Park. Can North Platte come away with a round one victory against their arch rival 5 Points Bank Hastings? You'll have to find out when we come back here. Game time just around the corner. We'll have our Double Dips Ice Creamery starting lineup in a few here on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream, northplattepost.com. The national anthem coming up here right now, and then in a little bit, we'll jump into all of our starting lineups, all the fun things we're going to be doing as we welcome in game number 1 of the Area A-7 District Tournament for Great Plains Health Post 163.
With your 24-hour convenience store, fast, friendly, no one gives you more. Gas, food, your favorite drink, get everything you need in a blink. That's why everybody stops at Quick Stop. We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Getting the most out of your college experience doesn't have to break the bank. At Mid-Plains Community College, you'll receive personalized instruction at an affordable price so you can transform your future. Don't spend another summer just thinking about your next step. Take it. Enroll in summer or fall classes at MPCC and put your goals into motion. Start by applying and connecting with an advisor who will help guide you on your journey. Your future starts right here. Learn more at mpcc.edu. That's mpcc.edu.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Ask me, Pete Volz, about Shelter's home, auto, and life options.
Legion Baseball plays here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM. Head to Merrick's. Open 7 days a week. Check out their Monday through Friday nightly specials from 4 to 8. $12.50 dinners and includes 2 sides. That's Merrick's.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here, Ryder Park, day number 1 of some American Legion seniors. A-7 district action. 5 Points Bank Hastings taking on, of course, Great Plains Health Post 163. I'm Paxton. It is time for some game time, but before we jump into that, it's time for our Double Dips Ice Creamery starting a lineup. Double Dips Ice Creamery and the historic Canteen District in North Platte offer 24 plus different flavors of hand-dipped ice cream served in a variety of ways. Double Dips also offers homemade waffle cones and bowls alongside homemade fudge and freshly baked desserts. So 5 Points Bank Hastings will be taking over and starting things off on the offensive side. Parker Hodgen, the catcher, will be leading off with Zane Thompson at first base. Nick Musel in left field with Owen Ablett will be on the mound for Hastings. Liam Dyer in center field. Ben Weebles in right field. Gavin Stronsberg at shortstop. Peyton Drake at third base. And Brennan Chris will be the second baseman today for 5 Points Bank Hastings and the Chiefs. As for Great Plains Health Post 163, here is their starting lineup with their defensive positions as well. Connor Stifler will lead off at third base with Jace Hammond at second. Pitcher on the mound for North Platte, Dean McIntyre, the senior in the 3-hole. Kobe Simons in right field. Ty Hanneborg at shortstop. Cade Freeze at first. Jacoby Silos will be behind home plate. And then Dakota Bandy in left field. Maddox Hernandez in center field. And we now will get things underway between these two teams. Game number 1 of the A-7 District Tournament between the Chiefs and, of course, Great Plains Health Post 163. Hodgen due up to bat as Simons gives a handshake to the home plate umpire. We're ready to rock and roll here with this first game. 3 in total played today, 2 after this. Of course, double elimination in this A-7 district. So if you win, you move on, but if you lose, you still have a second chance of life as the righty McIntyre sees one fouled off by Parker Hodgen for strike number 1. Here again at this newly renovated Ryder Park, complete turf infield, turf outfield, new dugouts, new stands. I mean, almost the whole kit caboodle is all done as the next pitch from McIntyre is high up for ball number 1. 1-1 the count now. Silos will relay the sign to a senior pitcher looking to put a stamp on his season on the mound potentially with a good game here as another pitch way outside when he went to the off speed. 2-1 the count. Both these two teams eerily similar in terms of how they play. They really depend upon a good game of pitching. As I hold that thought, 2-1. Hodgen swings and misses on a fastball. Strike number 2. If the pitching kind of falls behind in these games, both Hastings and North Platte seem to struggle with finding ways back into the game. Not saying their offense is inconsistent as, that one just barely tight inside for ball 3. Their offenses are good. They have really big games where they can produce runs. But most of the time it's been the pitching staff, whether it be later in the game, that has given up some crucial runs for either side that have seen their losses come about as Dean McIntyre's first batter he sees being Parker Hodgen is a walk. And so a runner at first base for 5 Points Bank Hastings for Zane Thompson to come up to bat. Runner still at first base. Would not be shocked if we see this Hastings squad be aggressive on the base pad. Silos is the catcher. So you don't have the deadly, powerful arm of McIntyre behind home plate to potentially pick off Parker Hodgen if he wants to try something. As McIntyre's quick gaze at first. Here comes his first pitch into Thompson. That's high up in the left corner there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count now. One runner at first. Still a tie, 0-0 ball game. 0-1 pitch. Beautiful right down the center from Dean McIntyre. And just like that, Zane Thompson is down in the hole 0-2 to lead his first at-bat off in this A-7 district tournament. Another long glance at first from Dean McIntyre as he gets into his motion and fires! A swing and a miss. Oh, they're going to say it's fouled off by Thompson. Just got a little bit of the bat on it. So we'll stay at 0-2. Nice off-speed pitch for McIntyre. Got Thompson swinging. Another 0-2 pitch. There goes the runner on over to second. Throw from Silos over to second is not in time as... Oh, they're going to say it got his foot. Oh, my heavens. Parker Hodgin got a nice steal over to second. But on his slide, he slid off the bag and it clipped his foot on the tag from Ty Handelborg at shortstop. And there's out number one of this ball game. Wow, what a play. At second, good throw from Jacoby Silos over to second, then an even better tag from Ty Handelborg. That's another pitch. Two straight from McIntyre that have been out of the zone. This one in the dirt for ball two, so it's now a 2-2 count to Zane Thompson. Nick Musil on deck with Owen Ablott in the hole for 5 Points Bank Hastings. On a beautiful day, 1 o'clock. Going to be around the 90s today. A fastball once more. Low around the ankles. Ball 3. Time and temperature brought to you in part by Cole Jonason with High Street Insurance. 3-2 with 1 out. Nobody on for the Hastings offense. That one's turned on. Skied up to the heavens. Silos is running towards it. Looking to find it. He gets there for out number 2. Cade Freeze was in the area, but it's Jacoby Silos who makes a good grab on that pop fly. And there's now 2 outs here in this top of the first inning for Nick Musil. 13 total pitches for Dean McIntyre so far in this top of the first inning. Even though he walked the first batter, a nice pickoff from Silos, then an easy pop fly of put this Great Plains Health defense in a good position to get the final out here with nobody on. Big fastball from McIntyre in to Musil for strike 1. This is a very revamped Hastings offense. A lot of the old guard has either graduated or moved over to prospects for a year, so a lot of unfamiliar names if you've been with the American Legion program for a while. 0-1 pitch, that off speed pulls very far away from Silos outside. It's ball 1. Two down in the inning. A 1-1 count to Nick Musil. Ablett on deck with Liam Dyer in the hole. That one is smashed up into the sky once again. Getting up underneath it, Kobe Simance calls off the guard. Oh, he lost it in the sun, and that's going to be a Nick Musil stand-up double. As unfortunately for young Kobe Simance, lost it in the sun. And with that, Musil will make his way over to second base. First error today for Great Plains Health post 163 is Owen Ablott, the pitcher for Hastings, now up to bat. Has a runner in scoring position at second, being Nick Musil. First strike, first pitch of this at-bat for Dean McIntyre. Again, Liam Dyer is on deck with Ben Weebles in the hole. Another long glance at second base. McIntyre's 0-1 pitch. Another one that's just lasered in. After walking the first batter, McIntyre has really found his stride. 0-2. They're actually correct that error to a hit from Musil. As here comes the 0-2. Foul back to the netting stay it. Strike number 2. Wind lightly breezing in from the right field side at about maybe 5 miles per hour or less. 0-2 with 2 outs here for Great Plains Health on the defensive side. McIntyre gets the sign. His 0-2 pitch. That one's going out into left field. It will fall in for a base hit. They're going to bring on home Musil. Here's a good throw in. Can he get there in time? No. And it's going to be maybe extra bases. It will be extra bases for Owen Ablett as that throw to third not in time. So an RBI now triple for Owen Ablett. It'll be a double, and then he makes his way over to third on the throw. So 1 run comes across. So that's the 2nd hit today for 5 Points Bank Hastings, and they strike blood first and now have another runner in scoring position, this time being Liam Dyer. After a bloop single in the left field, results in 1 run coming across, and Ablett advancing all the way to third base as that pitch high up around the head to Dyer for ball number 1. 1-0 the count with still 2 outs here in this top of the 1st inning. 21 total pitches here for Dean McIntyre. Blazes one as that's popped up again. Silos watching it go right on top of the plaza for strike number 1. 1-1 the count with now 2 outs in this top of the 1st inning. With 5 Points Bank Hastings and the Chiefs a 1-0 lead for Great Plains Health post 163. Swing and a miss by Dyer as Dean McIntyre blazes one right past him. 1-2 with 2 outs now. McIntyre looking to get out of this inning, only allowing the 1 run across. Another fastball that swung on and missed, and that's how this inning comes to an end. Yes, 1 run did come across for 5 Points Bank Hastings, but it's only a 1-0 lead for the Chiefs when we come back here to Ryder Park on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Everybody doing this summer?
Easy. Hanging out at Dave's Place, pizza and wings.
The pizza is awesome. The wings are amazing.
And we've got cold, refreshing drinks, weekday nightly specials, and a family-friendly atmosphere that's perfect for lunch or dinner.
So basically, it's the coolest place in town.
Whether you're grabbing lunch, bringing the family, or meeting up with friends, Dave's Place Pizza and Wings is your summertime place to be.
See you at Dave's Place. Whoop-whoop!
Looking for your next ride? Come to Bill Summers Auto Group in North Platte. Whether it's a brand new Ford, Honda, or Nissan, or a reliable pre-owned vehicle, we got the inventory to match your needs and budget. Our dedicated sales staff is here for you before, during, and after the sale. Plus, great financing options are always available. Family is our business, and we can't wait to welcome you to ours. Stop by South Highway 83 in North Platte. Bill Summers Auto Group, open 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
Hands of Heartland has offered support and services for those with developmental disabilities in Nebraska since 1998 and is now bringing those services to the North Platte area. Residential services, respite services, community services, and even day services. Hands of Heartland offers a full array of services from 24-hour supports to just a few hours per week. Learn more today online at handsofheartland.com. That's handsofheartland.com. Hands of Heartland, providing creative opportunities to live and grow.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Ryder Park on FM 98.1, 1410, and video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com. 1-0 lead for 5 Points Bank Hastings and the Chiefs. 1 run on 2 hits, no North Platte errors. Half-inning breaks are brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. See him on the one-ways, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As well as Hands of Heartland. Hands of Heartland is offering support and services for those with developmental disabilities in Nebraska since 1998 and are bringing those services to the North Platte area. Thank you also to our other sponsors, Puro Clean, Great Plains Health Sports and Therapy. Connor Stifler on at the batter's box, first up against Owen Ablett. And North Platte's first offensive go-around in this bottom of the first inning as Ablett's first pitch. Tight inside and high for ball number 1. Jace Hammond on deck, D and McIntyre in the hole. This North Platte offense has seen a bump in production compared to last year in terms of their consistency as Ablett lasers one right into the back of one Connor Stifler, and with that, Stifler's going to wander on over to first following the hit by pitch. But the offense for Great Plains Health has seen a bump in consistency this year. I think that's the biggest change from previous iterations is, while this offense may have taken a step back in terms of its overall, power and prestige in terms of how many, notable names there are, consistently, this offense has done very, very good with producing hits and driving runs home with Jace Hammond now up to bat. Looking to apply the bunt, he pulls back. There's ball number 1 from Owen Ablett. Peyton Drake playing into the infield grass or turf. Because again, Ryder Park, whole redesign with an all-turf field for this year. Stifler at first. Again, Hammond showing bunt. There goes Connor Stifler. Pull back. Throw is going to be very, very late, and Connor Stifler successfully steals second base. As there's strike number 1 to Jace Hammond from Owen Ablett. Stifler now in scoring position for North Platte as they look to equalize the score, trailing by 1. After 1 run came across last half inning for the Chiefs. Hammond now free to swing, and with a runner at second base. The lefty Ablett delivers. That one just below the knees for ball number 2. 2-1 the count. Long lefty Ablett is. Saw some spurts from him last year for Hastings. Now getting the first nod in this round 1 matchup in the A-7 district. 2-1 pitch. Hammond looks to lay another bunt down, but that's going to bounce off. Foul. For strike number 2 to Jace Hammond. He was looking to bunt Stifler over to third and catch Hastings off guard, but it's fouled off, and it's 2-2 the count now, with 1 runner at second and nobody out in this bottom of the first inning. For Great Plains Health, post 163. Hodgen flies the sign out to Ablett, who like what he sees. Now he'll get set with a deep breath, glancing now at second. The 2-2. There goes Stifler. He thought about it. That one swung on and foul, tipped off by the young Jace Hammond. Dean McIntyre is on deck with Kobe Simance in the hole. Runner threatening to score for North Platte early in this ball game to tie it up. As Ablett again waiting for the sign in from Parker Hodgen, the catcher in today's game. Ablett gets set. Here comes a big 2-2 pitch for Hastings. Swing and a miss as down goes Jace Hammond swinging. Pitch a little above the zone, but Hammond tried to go for it and unfortunately misses. And there's out number 1 here in this bottom of the first inning for Dean McIntyre. He last year pegged Landon Greeno as old reliable. This year, Dean McIntyre, not just really in the Legion season, but the high school season as a whole has just been the model of consistency. Led the team in extra base hits during the high school season. Leads the team in RBIs this season. Oh, and he swings on one that's into the turf for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. That off speed takes a nasty clip down. The waning seconds. 0-1 with 1 out to the pitcher, Dean McIntyre. Ablett now look to pick off Connor Stifler. Oh, it goes into center field. Stifler going to try to make his way over to third. The throw from Leon Dyer is no good. It goes over his head, but Stifler's going to stay at third following the passed up ball. Not a good throw from Owen Ablett as it goes past the glove of Gavin Strandsberg into center field, and Stifler wanders over to third. And with that, he's now just a few feet away from tying this ball game up in the bottom of the first inning for Great Plains Health, post 163. Count Count still sits at 0-1 to McIntyre as he takes time, and now the home plate umpire readjusting Parker Hodgen's equipment. Both sides ready to rock and roll as Ablett now gets set and delivers his 0-1. Turned on, but that might go foul. It's drifting towards the fence line, and it will fall foul for strike number 2 off the bat of Dean McIntyre. Now McIntyre behind in this count, 0-2 with 1 out. Kobe Simance is the one who's on deck with Ty Hanneborg following after that. Stifler scoring position at third base, threatening to bring the tying run home in this bottom of the first for North Platte's offense. Long set from Ablett as he delivers the 0-2. Way outside. Good awareness from Dean McIntyre to see it wasn't going to make its way into the zone at any point in time, and steps back and lets that one sail for ball 1. 1-2 now the count. As the infield playing for a slight hit for McIntyre. Chops one foul. He's a little ahead of it, but was able to get his bat on it. So we'll stay at 1-2. Yeah, the infield playing almost to the front of the grass. Playing for a potential infield hit from McIntyre, then throwing a quick one home to stop the runner at third from scoring. That's what this defense is looking like in field-wise for Hastings. Ablett's 1-2. Outside again, it's now ball 2. 2-2 the count. 5 pitch at bat right now for McIntyre as he goes up against Owen Ablett. Two on its way. Outside again as Ablett went to a fastball and missed. Pretty rough, and now McIntyre, who started this count 0-2, has worked it all the way back full, and that just is the model of consistency right there from Dean McIntyre and his patience. As here comes a 3-2 payoff pitch from Ablett. That one's going out into left field. Gloved up by the left fielder, Nick Musel. Stifler tagging up. Hayes coming on home, and it's a sacrifice fly out into left field for Dean McIntyre to score Connor Stifler from third. Battled and battled and battled against Owen Ablett. Then found the pitch he wanted. Launched it into left field deep enough to allow Connor Stifler to tag up and come home, and we're tied 1-1 in this bottom of the first inning. And that just, again, talk about the patience from Dean McIntyre. When he first came to the American Legion system, very aggressive. He had the power to pop one over the fence. But over his years has kind of winged away from his aggressive batting, and his patience has led him to become one of the most consistent hitters, not only in the league, but on the team as well, as he brings home yet again another runner at off speed. Perfect from Owen Ablett into Kobe Simance. 1-1 count to the right fielder Simance, who did make that little mistake earlier in the game that allowed a runner, Nick Musel, to get to second, as that one's going to be an off speed that slips through the glove of Parker Hodgen and all the way to the backstop for ball number 2. Simon's trying to make up for it with his earlier mistake by potentially getting on to the base pad. With 2 outs in this bottom of the first inning, a 2-1 count now to the young man. As the pitch. Oh, another one from Owen Ablett that misses this one into the turf. It's now 3-1. Kobe Simance with Ty Hanneborg on deck. Cade Freeze, senior at first base. Both seniors due up after Kobe Simance. The 3-1 pitch. It's ball number 4. Almost in the exact same spot as the previous pitch from Owen Ablett. Low to the outside into the turf. And now there's a runner at first base once again as Simance hands his stuff off to first base coach Landon Greeno. And now Ty Hanneborg, the senior, going to Northeastern Junior College. Up to bat, his teammate for that squad, due up after him with Cade Freeze. First pitch to Hanneborg, turned on and fouled towards the parking lot, and there is strike number one. Hanneborg defensively has been immaculate for Great Plains Health this year. His offense as aggressive as always, and in a position where there's 2 outs and a runner at first, that aggression might come useful as a pickoff attempt sends Simons back to first base. Ablett, the lefty, with a long stare down at Kobe Simons and delivers. Hanneborg fouls another one off, this time slow dribbler. Over down the third base side. As with that, now 0-2 the count to shortstop Ty Hanneborg with 2 down in this inning. Abbott looking to end this inning with a pitch right there, but can't find the zone. Floats outside for ball one. It's 1-2 the count now to Ty Hanneborg. Tied 1 apiece here in this bottom of the first inning on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard. Time is called as Hanneborg will step out following the long pause from pitcher Owen Ablett. He's at 23 pitches so far in this game, 12 balls, 13 strikes. The 0-2. With me, the 1-2. Oh! Hastings fans miffed and upset with that one. It's 2-2 as it just last second on that off speed slides out. 2-2 the count now to Ty Hanneborg with Simons at first base. Another off speed that paints basically the exact same spot, 1 for 1, just outside. It's now 3-2 the count to the senior Ty Hanneborg with Simons at first base. Ablett, long glance, now will deliver. Fouled off by Ty Hanneborg to keep this at-bat alive for Great Plains Health as Cade Freeze goes out to retrieve the baseball. 6-pitch at-bat right now for Hanneborg as he and Ablett are going at it toe for toe. 3-2 with 2 outs here in this bottom of the first inning. Ablett trying to find that last elusive strike, delivers. Upstairs for ball 4, and that is a walk for the senior Ty Hanneborg. After showing a straight aggression to lead off the at-bat, going down 0-2, his patience forced Owen Ablett to make some mistakes, and Ablett missed the zone. And because of that, it was an easy walk for Hanneborg over to first. And now 2 runners are aboard for the senior Cade Freeze with an opportunity to do exactly what he did in the high school district game where he launched a double to the left field side against Lincoln Northeast to score some runs as he grounds that one over to the third baseman, Peyton Drake, and it's going to be easily thrown out at first, and that's how this inning will come to an end. 1 run did come across for Great Plains Health post 163. They have now tied the game up here against 5 Points Bank Hastings. We now head to the top of the second inning, 1-1 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard when we come back on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Shelter.
See me, Brent Rogo, and let us help protect what is important to you. Experience the beauty of downtown North Platte and enjoy lunch or dinner at the Cedar Room. The Cedar Room is an unparalleled restaurant experience with this unique atmosphere where modern meets rustic. Enjoy a handcrafted cocktail made with the freshest ingredients by a master mixologist while dining from their delicious American fusion cuisine menu. Make a reservation by calling 308-532-4825 or reserve online at thecedarroomne.com. The Cedar Room, 505 North Dewey in beautiful downtown North Platte.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the revamped Ryder Park. Day number 1 of the A-7 District 4 American Legion. Great Plains Health Post 163 tied with 5 points. Bank, Hastings, and the Chiefs 1-1. 1 run, 2 hit, no errors for Hastings. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for Great Plains Health Post 163. Half inning breaks brought to you in part by my man Kevin McCann in the 4-5 group. You can see him on the one-ways, 621 South Dewey, Sweet B. As that's a first pitch swing and hit from a skying ball that is easily brought down by Jacoby Silos. As Ben Weebles will fly out to start this top of the second inning. First pitch, first swing, first out as Gavin Stronsberg now up to bat. McIntyre, 25 pitches, 16 strikes, 9 balls for the senior. As his first pitch into Stronsberg is high and away on a fastball for ball number 1. Peyton Drake, the third baseman, is on deck with Brennan Chris in the hole for Hastings. Next pitch, this time the opposite way. From going too high, it now goes too low, and it's ball number 2. 2-0 the count against Gavin Stronsberg. Right back to the same area, down low at the ankles. It's 3-0 as McIntyre staring down the barrel of walking Stronsberg in 4 straight pitches. 3-0 is a 4-0 as that fastball at least gets above the knees, but pulled outside, and that is a walk over to first for Gavin Stronsberg. And now the third baseman, Peyton Drake, comes up to bat. Big man with the power has an opportunity to move the runner Stronsberg over to second or even more. That's first pitch for McIntyre. Better located. It's high up around the corner, but in for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. 8-9 and back to the top of the order here for Hastings as that one's turned on and fouled towards the parking lot for strike number 2. 0-2 with 1 out. Top of the second here in game number 1 of the A-7 District Tournament. Another one that's just barely fouled off by Drake. He got a little bit of it from the inside of his bat. He'll keep the at-bat alive, but we'll still stay at 0-2. Runner at first being Gavin Stronsberg after he was walked by McIntyre. 1 at bat to go. Here comes another 0-2 pitch. Fastball then slides down into the turf for ball 1. 1-2 the count. Has McIntyre with a quick glance at first. Now lights one up. That one goes out into left field, and it falls just in front of Dakota Bandy. And that's going to be a single for Peyton Drake. Hit number 3 today for 5 points. Bank Hastings now puts a runner into second with Brennan Chris, the second baseman, the 9-hole hitter. Parker Hodge and the catcher will lead off or go back to the top of the order, after this at-bat, and Zane Thompson soon to follow. So 2 runners are aboard at second and first. Drake at first, Stronsberg at second with 1 out. The bunt looked to be applied by Brennan Chris, but he couldn't pull back in time. And even if he did, it didn't matter. It's strike number 1. 0-1 the count. 0-1 for McIntyre. Turned on, and it's fouled off once again. There's the second strike of this at-bat. Strikeout here for McIntyre would help alleviate the pressure that is currently being applied by 5 Points Bank Hastings with 2 runners aboard and 1 out on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard. McIntyre, his 0-2. That one's popped up. This could be another out as Jacoby Silos calls the dogs off. He gets there and gets another one. 2 outs now here in this top of the second inning as Jacoby Silos behind home plate making another good grab on a pop fly. And now Parker Hodgen comes up to bat. He walked in his first plate appearance against Dean McIntyre. Now has 2 runners aboard. Strasburg at second, Drake at first. So 1 in scoring position, but there are 2 outs in this inning for the Hastings offense. As Silos and McIntyre get set. First pitch into Hodgen. Belted high to the sky yet again. Underneath it goes Jace Hammond, but it's called off as there's Cade Freeze. He gets there and gloves it a little off balance, but doesn't matter. Crisis averted. And another inning where North Platte keeps things intact. 1-1 the ball game right now. We come back here to Ryder Park on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Your feet carry you through long workdays, busy weekends, workouts, and everything in between. So when something hurts, it's hard to ignore. At Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists, they treat heel pain, plantar fasciitis, ingrown toenails, sports injuries, diabetic foot care, and more. Their experienced team focuses on real solutions, not quick fixes, so you can get back to moving comfortably. Don't let foot and ankle pain slow you down. Call Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists today and stay active with less foot pain.
Cracked windshield, foggy windows, need custom glass work? Look no further than Larry's Glass in North Platte. For over 40 years, Larry's has been your go-to spot for all things glass. From auto to residential to commercial. If it's glass, Larry's Glass has it covered. Fast, reliable, and done right the first time. Trust the experts at Larry's Glass to keep you safe and looking sharp. Call Larry's Glass today, 308-532-7675, or stop by 211 West 5th. Larry's Glass, where quality is clear as glass.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Ryder Park on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream. Great Plains Health, Post 163, currently has the lead. And, well, I wish, in my mind, it's the lead because I love them so much. But they're tied currently, 1-1 on our State Farm agent, Bobby Hull scoreboard. Half-inning breaks are brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group, his location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As well as our other sponsors for today's game, La Casa del Rios, Cole Johnson with High Street Insurance, Owls Lock and Safe, and Bill Summers, Ford, Honda, Nissan. Jacoby Silos will lead off this inning for Great Plains Health, Post 163 against Owen Ablett. Bandy and Hernandez up next, so 7, 8, and 9 in the order. Head coach Anthony Hines sitting pretty at first. First pitch from Ablett to Silos is high and tight inside for ball number 1. One 1-0 to the catcher today from Ablett. He delivers another one. That time much better and around the knees and in for strike 1, 1-1. Nobody out, nobody on. Bottom of the second inning here in day number 1 of the A-7 district tournament. Turned on by Silos on a high pitch, drifting towards first. Zane Thompson running for it. He reaches over his head and he gets it. He overshot where he needed to be, but reached back and grabs the ball, and there's out number 1 here in this bottom of the second inning, to bring up Dakota Bandy, the left fielder. On deck, Maddox Hernandez is the one that's on deck with, after that, Connor Stifler, the leadoff man, who started this game off in the hole. As Ablett's first pitch. Bandy swings and misses for strike number 1. 0-1 now the count as medical helicopter flying up overhead. Ablett's in the sign and delivers his 0-1 pitch. That one's down low near the turf for ball number 1 to Dakota Bandy. 1-1 the count. As Hodgen flying the sign out. The next pitch from Ablett. Big hit from Dakota Bandy on over the short. Stronsberg throwing over to first. It's not going to be anywhere near as it's going to go over the head of Zane Thompson. Dakota Bandy over to second. He successfully slides in. Bandy with an infield single that reaches to second following a poor throw from Gavin Stronsberg. And now Great Plains Health post 163 puts a runner into scoring position for Maddox Hernandez. As a center fielder in today's game, now with a prime opportunity to give North Platte the lead if he can bring Bandy home. Ablett's first pitch to Hernandez is way down into the turf for ball 1. Stifler is on deck, and then Jace Hammond in the hole, so back to hitters number 1 and 2 in the order following Maddox Hernandez. As Ablett, with that long set, delivers the 1-0. Hernandez back up the middle, gonna be picked up by Stronsberg, who throws to first, and it's plenty of time, but that ground out from Maddox Hernandez at least will advance Dakota Bandy over to third base. And now Connor Stifler, who was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat, will have an opportunity to give Great Plains Health the lead if he can single and bring Dakota Bandy home. As Stifler gets set near the back of the box. Owen Ablett with pitch number 37 in this ball game. As Stifler tries to lay the bunt down, but he goes through with it. That's strike number 1. As Connor Stifler tried to put a surprise bunt on Owen Ablett, but missed. And now it's strike 1, 0-1 the count. Ablett's pitch. That one's below the knees for ball 1. Good patience from the third baseman, who's going to be a senior next year, which is just crazy to think. As 1-1 now to Connor Stifler. Owen Ablett likes what he sees and delivers. Stifler fouls it back to the net. It's now 1-2. One more strike left to go. Potentially in this at-bat for Owen Ablett to get out of this inning unscathed. And still keep this ball game tied. Ablett getting the sign in from Parker Hodgen, the catcher, with his 1-2 pitch on the way. Stifler turns on it, but reaches, and it's going high in the sky to Gavin Stronsberg, who gets there and gloves it for the final out of this bottom of the second inning. There was a runner in threatening and in scoring position for Great Plains Health post 163, but they couldn't bring him home. We now head to the top of the third inning, tied 1 apiece on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard when we come back to Ryder Park. Game number 1 of the A-7 district tournament between number 4 seeded 5 Points Bank Hastings and the 3 seeded Great Plains Health post 163.
Craving bold flavors and authentic Chinese cuisine? Look no further than Szechuan Famous Foods. From spicy Szechuan classics to mouth-watering dumplings, fresh sushi, their dishes are crafted with the freshest ingredients and traditional recipes. Whether you're dining in or taking out, every bite is a taste of China. Visit Szechuan Famous Foods today, where flavor is always first. Located at 320 Rodeo Road, or order online at SzechuanFamous.com for carryout or delivery. Your taste buds will thank you.
PuroClean of North Platte delivers fast water, mold, and fire damage restoration services to the North Platte area. PuroClean knows how challenging those times can be to you and to your family. Their Nebraska-based experts have a winning, reliable combination of training and equipment partnerships. Local, fast service in the North Platte area. Their average on-site time is 60 minutes, and they'll coordinate with your local insurance provider. Give PuroClean a call now at 1-800-775-7876 and schedule a visit from a member of the team at PuroClean in North Platte.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Ryder Park on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com. 1-1 tied here in the top of the third inning between 5 Points Bank Hastings, the 4 seed, and Great Plains Health Post 163, the 3 seed. Half-inning breaks are brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. You can see him on the one-way, 621 South Dewey, Sweet Pea, where he's been helping Nebraska families, farmers, and businesses for more than 50 years. As well as Hands of Heartland. Hands of Heartland has offered support and services for those with developmental disabilities in Nebraska since 1998, bringing those services to the North Platte area. Currently, it's a 2-0 pitch versus the leadoff batter this inning, Zane Thompson. Thompson, last time he was here, flew out to Jacoby Silos, the catcher. And now quickly, that 2-0 count becomes a 3-0 count as McIntyre staring down the barrel of walking the first batter he sees in this top of the third inning. But he'll avoid that as fires in an off-speed that reaches the zone. 3-1 the count now to Zane Thompson. Nick Musel on deck, Owen Ablett in the hole for Hastings. 2-1, 3-1. Now 3-2 the count. 3-2 with nobody out. A strikeout here would be the perfect way to start this third inning of play for the North Platte defense. There's that 3-2. Oh, I say that as it bounces into the dirt. A fastball from McIntyre. Lost a bit of his control. And now that's a leadoff walk, and Zane Thompson goes over to first for Nick Musel, who singled over into right field, but it flew over the head of Kobe Simons as he lost where the ball was in the sun. And because of that, Musel went all the way to third and scored a runner. Now, facing Dean McIntyre for the second time, nobody out. And a runner at first being Zane Thompson. First pitch from McIntyre. Nice, beautiful one from the senior. Finds the strike zone. 0-1 the count now to Musel. Number 4 hitter Owen Ablett, the pitcher on deck with Liam Dyer in the hole for 5 Points Bank Hastings. Off speed though, couldn't find the same zone. Has it up high for ball number 1. 1-1 the count. As the righty McIntyre fires pitch number 47. And that one's a beauty as swinging right past it is Nick Musel. And now it's a 1-2 count. As McIntyre looking for yet again another strikeout to add to his collection today. Pickoff attempt will force Thompson back. So far, 1 strikeout for McIntyre. Can he make it 2? Delivering a 1-2. Ooh, mama, tight inside, but no. It's ball 2, 2-2 the count now to Musel for McIntyre. I mean, you could have pushed it in just a little more with a breath of air. It would have been strike number 3. Here comes a 2-2. Ooh, and it's blitzed off the back of Nick Musel. And what was looking like a good pitching battle that could have gone the way of Dean McIntyre, it actually ends up in a hit by pitch. And now Musel goes to first, and there's 2 runners aboard with nobody out for pitcher Owen Ablett, who doubled in his last plate appearance as he singled into left field. So you have Thompson at second, Musel at first, but there was nobody out in this top of the third inning, so Dean McIntyre's in a bit of a bind right now. Ball game is tied 1 apiece. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for 5 Points Bank Hastings. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for Great Plains Health. There's a bunt being laid down by Ablett. Oh, McIntyre can't hold on to the ball as he was trying to position himself to throw quickly to third. And because of that mistake, the bases are now loaded. That's the first error today for North Platte. And now the bases are loaded with nobody out for Liam Dyer, the lone person who was struck out in this ball game against Dean McIntyre. Now has an opportunity to bring more runs home for Hastings and for McIntyre. Just trying to find the first out of this inning in this top of the third. Still tied 1 apiece. First pitch into Dyer there for strike number 1. If he wants to find a quick 1, 2, 3 inning, it's the perfect order right here. 5, 6, and 7. Dyer, Weebles, Stronsberg. That fastball, McIntyre trying to power past. Lost a bit of its control and drifts out of the zone. Ball 1, 1-1 the count. 52 pitches for the senior Dean McIntyre. 30 strikes, 22 balls. As here comes the 1-1. Another one that's fastball, but this one closer to the turf. 2-1 the count. McIntyre trying to just blitz fastballs past his opponent right now. That one's going out into left field. Bandy's there to grab it, tag it up. Good throw from Dakota Bandy, but it's not going to get home in time, and that's a sacrifice fly from Liam Dyer as Zane Thompson comes home. There is out number 1, but 1 run does come across. So now it's a 2-1 lead for 5 Points Bank Hastings in this top of the third. And Weebles up to bat. He flew out to Jacoby Silos, the catcher, in his previous plate appearance. Has 2 runners on the base pads, Musil and Ablett. Ablett at first, Musil at second. Fastball there, strike number 1 for McIntyre. While still a stressful situation, there is a little bit more breathing room with nobody at third and a force out at third, second, and first. If it's an infield grounder, but that is going to be a pop-up over to Cade Freeze at first in foul territory. And he just wanders over for out number 2. That's one of the toughest parts done, getting to out number 2. And he did so. And with that, 2 are down for Gavin Stronsberg, the shortstop, who reached on a walk previously. Now has an opportunity to either get himself aboard or bring a couple more runs home. There are 2 down, though, as McIntyre trying to escape this inning after allowing an error and a runner to come across. Fastball in for strike 1. After a rocky start to this inning, McIntyre seems to be back in his zone. Well, that's kind of been the issue he's had over the past couple of seasons with pitching. Tries to use his speed when it comes to his fastball and overpower his opponents. But because of that, he loses a bit of his control and the balls go all over the place. But when he's locked in and then that comfortable spot with his fastball, just like these last 2 pitches have been, they're unhittable. And now it's 0-2 to Gavin Stronsberg. And Stronsberg has to call time at home plate. 0-2 is McIntyre looking at a potential 3-pitch strikeout to end the inning. As more time is called, now home plate umpire is going to have a conversation with Stronsberg. What seems to be a friendly reminder. He steps into the batter's box, and here comes the 0-2 pitch from Dean McIntyre. That one's lofted out into right field, going towards foul territory. Freeze getting up underneath it, but it'll go foul. And it will stay with an 0-2 count. Up on deck, Peyton Drake and then Brennan Chris for 5 Points Bank Hastings. Owen Ablett at first. Nick Musil at second still for 5 Points Bank Hastings. The 4 seed coming into this A-7 tournament. Long wait time for McIntyre as he's getting the sign from Silos. Finds one he likes. Here comes the 0-2. Way outside on another fastball. There's ball number 1. Try to go past or back to that power throw and lost a little of its touch. 1-2 pitch. Fouled off by Strasburg. 2 foul balls in this at-bat. Still a 1-2 count. 6 pitch at-bat. Right now, it was looking like it was going to be a quick 3-pitch strikeout, but Strasburg has worked his way now to 6. Now it will be 7 different pitches against McIntyre in this at-bat. Here comes the 1-2 pitch in pitch number 62. And that one's popped up on over to Cade Freeze at first. He gets underneath it, still running forward, and he gets there in time. 1 run did come across for 5 points, Bank Hastings, but it's only a 1-run lead. 2-1, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Hastings. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error for Great Plains Health. Post 163. When we come back, it is bottom of the 3rd. Can North Platte answer back? You'll have to find out when we come back here to Ryder Park on FM 98.1, AM 1410, a video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Services for those with developmental disabilities in Nebraska since 1998 and is now bringing those services to the North Platte area. Residential services, respite services, community services, and even day services. Hands of Heartland offers a full array of services from 24-hour supports to just a few hours per week. Learn more today online at handsofheartland.com. That's handsofheartland.com. Hands of Heartland, providing creative opportunities to live and grow.
Start your day with gourmet coffee with Quick Stop's 100% Arabica House Blend and Quick Stop's Seattle Buzz Coffees. Quick Stop Rewards offering exclusive discounts and fuel rollbacks. Savings up to 15 cents per gallon with Sinclair Dino Pay using your debit or credit card. Quick Stop can refresh with Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and for real shakes and smoothies. Or customize your favorite fountain drink with flavor shots and everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here. It is the bottom of the 3rd inning here on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com. Great Plains Health Post 163 currently trailing 5 points. Bank Hastings by 1 run. It's 2-1 on our State Farm agent, Bobby Hull scoreboard. That one's popped up from Jace Hammond to lead off this, sending over to Strasburg at short, and it's an easy glove. Route number 1 for Gavin Stromsburg. So 1 pitch, 1 swing, and 1 out. Bottom of the 3rd. 2 runs, 3 hits, no 5 points Bank errors. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 North Platte error. Half inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McCann and the Fortified Group, helping Nebraska families, farmers, and businesses for over 50 years. As McIntyre swings and misses for strike number 1. In his second at-bat, he sacrificed, flew out to left field, scored a score in his previous at-bat. Now trying to bring Great Plains Health back into the game as that off-speed into the turf for ball 1. Kobe Simance is on deck with Ty Hanneborg in the hole. Great Plains Health Post 163. Ablets 1-1. Off-speed. Just stays up high and doesn't come down from the heavens. It's 2-1 now the count with 1 out. Ablett at 44 pitches right now. McIntyre at 62. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss by McIntyre as that beautiful sinker slider slid all the way down right before it hit McIntyre's bat. So it's 2-2 the count to the pitcher, Dean McIntyre. So Owen Ablett winds up. Swing and a miss as McIntyre reaches and strikes out swinging in his second at-bat of today's game. Now have Kobe Simance walk to the plate. Simance walked in his first plate appearance against Owen Ablett. Hanneborg is on deck. Cade Freeze in the hole, the 2 seniors after the young Kobe Simance. As the lefty Ablett takes a deep breath in his first pitch. Swung on and missed by Kobe for strike number 1. It was well into the turf. Simons jumping ahead just a little too much. 0-1 to the right fielder. Next pitch. Swung on again by Simons. With it being outside, it's 0-2 now. With nobody on and 2 outs in this bottom of the 3rd inning. Long pause from Owen Ablett, as he likes what he sees, and here comes his 0-2 pitch. Simons turns on one, the gap in left center field. It's going to get down, and it might go all the way to the fence, and it will. Simons with a stand-up double with 2 outs. Big hit for Kobe Simons. Ablett left one just hanging over the zone, and Simons with a monster hit to the gap in left center field. And now, with Ty Hannaborg up to bat and 2 outs, a prime opportunity for Great Plains Health to tie once again if Hannaborg can drive one deep to the outfield. Second hit today for Great Plains Health, post 163. Now it's Simons at second, threatening to score. Hannaborg, who walked in his previous at-bat, I know he's got red in his eye as he looks to bring Simons home. He swings and misses for strike number 1. A little ahead of that pitch. Now it's 0-1. Can the senior, again committing to Northeastern Junior College to play baseball, find the sweet spot here and drive Simons home? That off speed well into the turf, as that's going to be a stolen base for Kobe Simons. A little risky, as it was a poor throw from Parker Hodgen that had it bounce away from Peyton Drake. That pitch that easily would have been a throw out from Hodgen if it was on line, but it was not. And with that, Simons now in scoring position a few feet away in third, and now just a single from Hannaborg would bring the game-tying run home. Oh, he turns on it and flies it in to shallow right field, and underneath it gets Brennan Chris, and there was a threat at third, but Great Plains Health couldn't bring it home, and with that, Hastings still holds on to a 1-run lead. It's 2-1 when we come back to Ryder Park here on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NordPlattePost.com.
Chicken might have you catching feelings, like Steve here.
I thought it was just a simple snack, but now it's a craving that can't be stopped.
3 bold new sauces.
Sweet chili, garlic parmesan, golden barbecue.
A whole new way to enjoy the supremely sauceable, poppable, can't be toppable, but only available for a limited timeable snack of the season.
I thought this was more than a summer fling.
Try Runza's saucy popcorn chicken, available for a limited time. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
School's out. Planning ahead is in. Great Plains Health Pediatrics is now scheduling physicals for the 2026-2027 school year, including kindergarten, 7th grade, and sports physicals. Summer fills up fast, and so do appointment times. Check this off your list now before practices, camps, and back-to-school plans begin. Call 308-568-3580 to schedule today. Great Plains Health. Enjoy summer with one less back-to-school task waiting for you.
Legion Baseball plays here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM. Head to Merrick's. Open 7 days a week. Check out their Monday through Friday nightly specials from 4 to 8. $12.50 dinners and includes 2 sides. That's Merrick's.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back to Ryder Park here on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NordPlattePost.com. Currently a 2-1 lead for 5 Points Bank Hastings. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Chiefs. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for Great Plains Health. Hard hit ball to Ty Hannaborg at short. He steps and tries to throw it over to first and won't get there in time. And Peyton Drake gets his way over to first with an infield single. 4th hit today for Hastings. Half-inning breaks are once again brought to you in part by Mr. Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Also, thank you to our other sponsors for today's game, Jay Engel with Farm Bureau Financial Services, Runza, Double Dips Ice Cream, and Merrick's Ranch House. Runner at first for Hastings being Peyton Drake as the throw from Simons over to first. Drake gets back in time. As Jacoby Silos tried to laser one off of the pitch from Ian McIntyre. His time's going to be called as heading over to third base coach Brendan Chris have a conversation. Nobody out. Runner at first being Peyton Drake. We have 9, 1, and 2 currently up at the moment for Hastings. 9-hole hitter Brendan Chris, who flew out last time, up to bat. Looks to apply a bunt. It's popped up. It's going to make its way potentially over to first, but it'll fall foul. And with that, Brendan Chris will have to go all the way back to the plate and try again as McIntyre saw that ball drifting more and more towards the foul line at first and let it go over, and that's strike number 1. With nobody out and big Peyton Drake at first, not shocked to see Hastings try and advance him on a bunt. He won't get there trying to steal it with his legs. So relying upon a mistake from Great Plains Health, post 163 to get to second. That's the 1-1. Another bunt attempt from Chris up in the air. McIntyre can't get there in time, but Stifler, and it goes foul again. As they say, Stifler didn't touch in another foul ball. Stifler and McIntyre come running at it together. Stifler almost touched it, but home plate umpire says he did not, and that's going to fall foul again. Playing a little with our hearts here is the North Platte defense. A second bunt from Brennan Chris goes foul, and now the count sits at 1-2 with nobody out and Peyton Drake at first base. Again, McIntyre looking for strikeout number 2 of the ball game. As the 1-2. Fastball upstairs for ball 2. Still nobody out in the top of the 4th inning. Here for Hastings' side of the offense. McIntyre winds up a 2-2. Hard hit ball. This could be a double play for Great Plains Health. Stepping on second, throw to first. It's in time. Double play. Ty Hanneborg gloves it, steps on second, rockets one over to first, and that is a double play as Chris grounds out. That is an easy 6-3 double play for Hanneborg. And the North Platte defense, which now leads Parker Hodgen up to bat, the leadoff man in the first inning, to see what he can do with 2 outs and nobody aboard. That off speed, though, way off the mark for McIntyre for ball 1. As McIntyre at pitch number 71 coming up. Swung on and foul tipped off by the catcher Hodgen for strike 1. Zane Thompson on deck, Nick Musel in the hole. As with a 1-1, McIntyre getting the side from Silos, delivers. Off speed is blasted high into the sky. It's looking to go foul, and it will continue to drift foul for strike number 2. 1-2 count to catcher Parker Hodgen. As McIntyre looking to find the last out of this inning with this pitch right here. He winds up a 1-2. Off speed, off the mark again. It's not been a good day for Dean McIntyre's off speeds. Has been much better this season in the senior season with his pitch variety. So far today, not hitting the same. 1-1. Oh! Whoo! Just bit outside. Ball 3, 3-2. With 2 down as Parker Hodgen looking down the barrel of potential walk number 2. 3-2 pitch. That one's turned on foul as it goes into the park behind me, so we still stay at 3-2. McIntyre currently at 75 pitches. Pitch number 76 up next. Still no action in the North Platte bullpen, as Hodgins steps out to refocus. 3-2 the count. 2 down in the top of the 4th inning. The pitch. Oh, and it's into the turf for ball 4, and that's another walk. Hodgins gets walk number 2 of his day, and now is at first base, as Zane Thompson comes up. He walked in his previous at-bat versus McIntyre and also flew out to Jacoby Silos in his first at-bat. As a quick glance at first, McIntyre delivers to Zane Thompson. Tight inside for ball 1. Very tight inside, almost clipping the chest of Thompson. Nick Musil on deck with Owen Ablett in the hole. Another one that's high upstairs. Ball 2. After turning a great double play, McIntyre trying to find the elusive out to end this inning. Another pitch that's upstairs. Back to back. High up into the zone. 3-0 with 2 outs. Thompson staring down the barrel of back-to-back walks and back-to-back innings, but won't get it right there, as it's a beautiful comeback pitch from McIntyre to make it strike 1. 3-1 the count with 2 outs. Next pitch. Smashed up high into left field. Dakota Bandy circling underneath it like a hawk. He gets there and he gloves it. And that's how this inning comes to an end. They got a little dicey towards the end, but another good inning from Dean McIntyre. 2-1 the lead for 5 Points Bank Hastings when we come back here to Ryder Park on FM 98.1, AM 1410, a video live streaming on our Cedar Room live streams at NorthPlattePost.com.
When second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle. Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself. 1, 2, 3, Wildcat!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
See me, Brent Rogo, proudly serving North Platte and the surrounding communities.
Experience the beauty of downtown North Platte and enjoy lunch or dinner at the Cedar Room. The Cedar Room is an unparalleled restaurant experience with this unique atmosphere where modern meets rustic. Enjoy a handcrafted cocktail made with the freshest ingredients by a master mixologist while dining from their delicious American fusion cuisine menu. Make a reservation by calling 308-532-4825 or reserve online at thecedarroomne.com. The Cedar Room, 505 North Dewey in beautiful downtown North Platte.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Ryder Park on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream. Currently a 2-1 lead for 5 Points Bank Hastings and the Chiefs. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Chiefs. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for Great Plains Health. Post 163. Winner advances to the upper bracket next round, while loser heads to the lower bracket again. Double elimination here at the A-7 District Tournament. The 3 and the 4 seed battling off here today. Cade Freeze up to bat. He grounded out in his first plate appearance. He swings and misses for strike number 1 against Owen Ablett. Ablett at 53 total pitches, 31 strikes, 22 balls versus Great Plains Health. Silos on deck. Dakota Bandy in the hole. Off speed, man. Beautifully placed. Cade Freeze, locked up on it. Now with an 0-2 count, the first baseman seeing if he can crack off a hit, being down 0-2 in this bottom of the 4th inning. Ablett's pitch. Swing and a miss, and down on 3 pitches goes Cade Freeze. And there's out number 1. Silos now up to bat. He flew out to First baseman Zane Thompson in his last at-bat. 0 for 1. 7, 8, and 9 are due up here for Great Plains Health. Post 163. 7-hole hitter Jacoby Silos versus Owen Ablett. Half-inning breaks. Brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. See him on the one-ways, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As that off-speed's there for strike number 1 to Jacoby Silos. Next pitch. Check swing. They're going to say he went around for strike number 2. Also thank you to our other sponsors, Mid-Plains Community College, Szechuan Famous Food and Sushi Bar, Mid-Plains Community College again, and then the Cedar Room. 0-2 to Jacoby Silos from Owen Ablett. Grounder that's going to get on over to Brennan Chris at second. Throw to first will be just in time, and there's the second out of this inning. Good play from Brennan Chris. Track it down on a slow grounder. Whips it over to first, and it made it in plenty of time. And there is out number 2. As Dakota Bandy, who singled up the middle, now up to bat with 2 down in this inning for Great Plains offense. Abbott looking for a quick 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 4th. Will throw an off speed in for strike number 1 to Dakota Bandy. These last 2 innings have been good ones for Owen Ablett. Really starting to find his groove in the game. As I say that, he nails one into the dirt for ball 1. Maddox Hernandez is on deck with Connor Stifler in the hole for Great Plains Health, post 163. Ablett's next pitch. A fastball that misses the outside part. 2-1. A marginal 2-1 lead for 5 points Bank Hastings here in this bottom of the 4th inning. Dakota Bandy into center field with yet again another hit with 2 outs. Bandy keeps the inning alive. 2 for 2 on the day, right up the middle. And now it's Maddox Hernandez who comes up to bat. Can Hernandez, who had a big hit that just barely missed getting into center field last time about, get a hit this time around and move Bandy to second or even further? As Ablett's first pitch to Maddox Hernandez is into the turf for ball 1. Went back to the fastball, but lost some control with it. 1-0. Long stare down at first from Owen Ablett as he delivers to Hernandez. Foul tipped off by Maddox for strike 1. Bandy not much of a steal threat at first, especially with the left-handed pitcher staring him down. Most likely see Bandy advance on a big hit. 1-1 the count to number 1, Maddox Hernandez. Hernandez swings and misses just once again at the last second. Takes a nasty dip down in the zone, and Hernandez swings over the top of it. It's 1-2 the count. The 1-2 pitch. Hernandez drives one into center field. Back-to-back 2-out singles from Great Plains Health, post 163, and it's Maddox Hernandez stepping up once again. And now there are 2 aboard for Connor Stifler. He's 0 for 1 today. He was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. He flew out to Gavin Stronsberg in his second at shortstop. He now has Bandy at second, Hernandez at first, but with 2 outs in this bottom of the 4th inning, Great Plains Health find a way to bring the runners home. They've left 4 left stranded on the base pads already today, as first pitch fastball from Owen Ablett down the center for strike 1. 0-1 the count. On deck, Jace Hammond with Dean McIntyre in the hole. Ablett now at 67 pitches. Gets set. And with 2 runners aboard, His 0-1 pitch. Stifler, diving good stop from Zach Thompson, throw to first. Oh, and they're going to call him out. It was a bang-bang play at first, a good diving stop from Zane Thompson. And Stifler gets thrown out at first, and that's how this inning comes to an end. Oh, it was so close. But now we go to the top of the 5th. Still a 1-run game for 5 Points Bank Hastings as they hold the lead 2-1. We come back. North Platte on the defense once again here on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at northplattepost.com.
Busy weekends, workouts, and everything in between. So when something hurts, it's hard to ignore. At Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists, they treat heel pain, plantar fasciitis, ingrown toenails, sports injuries, diabetic foot care, and more. Their experienced team focuses on real solutions, not quick fixes, so you can get back to moving comfortably. Don't let foot and ankle pain slow you down. Call Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists today and stay active with less foot pain.
Headed to the lake or coming back home? Make the new Quick Stop your stop. At the new number 28 location, Quick Stop has everything you need. An unbeatable selection of wine, beer, and spirits, fresh hot Piccadilly pizza, and delicious crispy crunchy chicken. All the fueling options you'll need, including clear 91 octane premium fuel. Perfect for boats and jet skis, plus clear 87 octane for mowers, trimmers, and other small engines. While you're there, check out the one-of-a-kind mural artwork at number 28. Swing by Quick Stop at Buffalo Bill and Walker Road. Quick Stop, convenience at its best.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back to Ryder Park, game number 1 of the A-7 District Tournament for American Legion. I'm Paxton. 2-1 the lead right now for 5 Points Bank Hastings as they lead over Great Plains Health, post 163. Our half-inning breaks are brought to you in part by the man who's on the one-ways, Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. See him at 621 South Dewey, Sweet Beat. Also stop by and see Hands of Heartland. Hands of Heartland has offered support and services for those with developmental disabilities in Nebraska since 1998, and are bringing those services to the North Platte area as Nick Musel, who's up to bat, fouls one sky high down the left field side. It would have gone all the way out of the park for a home run if it stayed fair. But there's strike number 1 with Dean McIntyre still on the mound. He's at 82 pitches so far, 49 strikes, 33 balls for the senior. His 0-1 off speed upstairs, just has not really gotten the movement he's been wanting with his off speed today. A lot of them have just stayed up high in the zone when he goes to them. Now it's a 1-1 count to Nick Musel, who doubled in his first plate appearance and was hit by a pitch in his second. Another off speed stays high. It's 2-1. McIntyre likes the sign he gets from Jacoby Silos. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. Swing and a misses. Musel in front of it. Strike number 2. 2-2. Still nobody out here in this top of the 5th inning now. Hastings with a small 1-run lead, 2-1. 2-2. Fastball pulled outside. Ball 3, and so far today, when it's come to full count pitches, McIntyre has walked more than he struck out. A big strikeout here might change the fortunes. 3-2. Musel fouls it down to Great Plains Health's dugout, so we'll still stay at 3-2. Nobody out, nobody on, top of the 5th. As Musel looking to lead off this inning with a hit or a walk for Hastings. 3-2. Popped up, and it'll go foul right behind us. So we still stay at 3-2. Owen Ablett is on deck, and then Liam Dyer is in the hole. Pitch number 88, where we're at right now for Dean McIntyre. All arms are available in today's game, but Coach Hine doesn't want to use any more than he can. 3-2. Grounder again, foul. Has now 3 straight foul balls from Nick Musel. And this is a big battle for Dean McIntyre and potentially an important one for this inning. This top of the 5th. The 3-2 pitch again. Oh, and it's ball 4, and it goes all the way to the backstop. Another walk given up by McIntyre. And now with a runner at first and nobody out, here comes Owen Ablett, who's 2 for 2 with a bunt and a double. Still nobody warming up for Great Plains Health in this game. Following Ablett, Liam Dyer, and then Ben Weebles. Musil at first is a steal threat. Pitch as a bunt looked to be laid down, but it's pulled back from Ablett as that ball sails high for a 1-0 count. No action still in the bullpen for either sides. As here comes the 1-0 for McIntyre. Another bunt looked to be applied, but pulled back immediately by Ablett. It's ball 2. 2-0 with nobody out. One runner is at first, being Nick Musil. Connor Stifler onto the infield grass with that expected bunt. McIntyre easily throws over to second. They get the force out at second, so Ablett will reach on the fielder's choice, but much better patience from Dean McIntyre to let that ball come to him, and then quickly he turned around and made an accurate throw to second to force out Nick Musil. And now there's still a runner at first, but there is one out now for Liam Dyer, who sacrificed, flew out to bring a run home last inning. Struck out swinging in his first plate appearance against Dean McIntyre. Now, with a runner at first being Owen Ablett and one out, trying to move the runners up. As the pitch, Titan side almost hitting the forearm of Dyer, but it's strike number 1. Next game's up, the 2 and the 5 seed, Kearney versus Scotts Bluff, and Scotts Bluff being the 2 seed this year, not Kearney. They're the 5 seed. Nice pitch from McIntyre to make it 0-2 the count to Liam Dyer. As McIntyre looking for strikeout number 2 today. Only has 1 so far. And he will foul that back from Dyer. So it still stays at 0-2. Runner at first being pitcher Owen Ablett. The pitch. Fastball gets away from Jacoby Silos, and a runner goes all the way scooting over to first on a passed up ball. Now a runner in scoring position for Hastings. Ablett, second base. That one's skied up. Silos trying to find it, but it's going to fall foul once again as it hits the top of the overhang. 97 pitches for Dean McIntyre at the moment. 1-2 count to Liam Dyer. Runner in scoring position at second with 1 out. Quick glance at second from McIntyre. The pitch. Going into left field, it falls foul. Foul ball number 4 of this at-bat between Dyer and McIntyre. As Coach Anthony Hines still sticking with his man in this game. The top of the 5th. Still a 2-1 lead for Hastings. 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors for 5 Points Bank. That pitch is upstairs. 2-2. 1 out here in this top of the 5th inning. McIntyre looking for the last strikeout. Delivers. That one's popped up again. Silos looking for it, but it once again fall on the top of our pavilion and overhang. So he still will be battling it out. As home plate umpire needs new balls. That's how many we've run through in this at-bat. 7 pitches so far in this battle between Dyer and McIntyre. McIntyre, another quick glance over at second base. Here comes the pitch. In there. Oh, it is in there. Late call from the home plate umpire. But down goes Liam Dyer looking. And that is exactly what Great Plains Health needed. And that is exactly what Dean McIntyre needed. So far, after striking out the first batter in the second inning, he has yet to do so when the count was 3-2 till just then, as Ben Weebles is up to bat with 2 outs. Ooh, that off speed gets away from Dean. Ball number 1. And Jacoby Silos flying up to grab it. 0 for 2 from Ben Weebles with 2 flyouts. 1 to Silos and 1 to Freeze, as we're going to have time called. And as we are 104 pitches for Dean McIntyre. As third base coach for Hastings calling for it. 104 pitches for McIntyre so far. 1-0 the count to Ben Weebles. Gavin Stransberg on deck, Peyton Drake in the hole for Hastings. Couple glances at second for McIntyre. Right in there, strike number 1. 1-1 the count. As McIntyre clearly losing a step in his velocity, but putting up quite a game. 105 pitches. Popped up. This could be the out of this inning. Drifting on over to center. Maddox Hernandez gets there, and that is how this inning comes to an end. Dean McIntyre, 106 pitches, goes to the bottom of the 5th inning. We are still 1-run ball game with 5 points. Bank Hastings leading 2-1 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard when we come back to Ryder Park on FM 98.1 and AM 1410.
Getting the most out of your college experience doesn't have to break the bank. At Mid-Plains Community College, you'll receive personalized instruction at an affordable price so you can transform your future. Don't spend another summer just thinking about your next step. Take it. Enroll in summer or fall classes at MPCC and put your goals into motion. Start by applying and connecting with an advisor who will help guide you on your journey. Your future starts right here. Learn more at mpcc.edu. That's mpcc.edu.
Hands of Heartland has offered support and services for those with developmental disabilities in Nebraska since 1998 and is now bringing those services to the North Platte area. Residential services, respite services, community services, and even day services. Hands of Heartland offers a full array of services from 24-hour supports to just a few hours per week. Learn more today online at handsofheartland.com. That's handsofheartland.com. Hands of Heartland, providing creative opportunities to live and grow.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Ryder Park on FM 98.1 and AM 1410. Video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com. Jace Hammond leading off the bottom of the 5th inning for Great Plains Health. He's 0 for 2 in today's game. Struck out swinging and then flew out to Gavin Stransberg in his first appearance in his last at-bat. Half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. You can see him on the one-ways, 621 South Dewey. Sweet beat. As well as our other sponsors for today's game, Great Plains Foot and Ankle, Fortify Group, and Larry's Glass. As well as Shelter Insurance agents Pete Voles and Brent Rogo. As that next pitch to Hammond from Ablett is outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count. As Hammond fouls one off and chips it back to the Hastings dugout. 1-2. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Hastings. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for North Platte. On our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard, we meet you where you're at and help you get to where you want to be. Ablett's 1-2 to Hammond. Another swing and another foul ball from Jace Hammond. Dean McIntyre's on deck with Kobe Simance in the hole. As here comes the 0-2 from Owen Ablett. Nice hit. That might get on over up the middle, but Brennan Chris can't hold on to it. And Jace Hammond reaches on an infield error from Brennan Chris. Had a perfect line of sight to get that ball, but Hammond, with some voodoo magic, forces Brennan Chris to commit an error. And it's Dean McIntyre up to bat. He's 0 for 1 today. He sacrificed, flew out in his first at-bat to bring a runner home. And then struck out swinging in his last. Has Jace Hammond at first with nobody out in this bottom of the 5th inning. He turns on one hard, but it bounces off of the pole right above the visiting team dugout. There's strike number 1 to Dean McIntyre. Kobe Simance on deck with Ty Hanneborg in the hole. As Owen Ablett. Pitch number 75. As he stares at first to Hammond and delivers. Off speed is off the mark and outside for ball number 1. 1-1 the count. Hastings holding on to a marginal 1-run lead as McIntyre. He might want that one back as he got the perfect pitch he was looking for and just fouled it off a little early. Right in the placement, but just swung a little early and fouls it off to the home team dugout. 0-2 now to McIntyre. 1-2 to McIntyre. From Ablett, as he'll try to pick off Jace Hammond, who gets back over to first. 1-2. Nobody out, 1 runner on. In this bottom of the 5th inning. Ablett delivers. Fastball that's outside for ball 2. Boy, what patience from McIntyre not to swing on that pitch, being down in the count. It's 2-2 now. As the senior gets set in the batter's box. 2-2 pitch. He turns 1-1 to center, failed inwards, and getting it is Liam Dyer as Hammond gets back to first. And there is out number 1 as Dean McIntyre lines out to Liam Dyer for out number 1. Kobe Simance now up to bat. He doubled into the gap in left center field. As Jace Hammond at first. And time's going to be called as we're going to have a mound visit from the Hastings staff. Nobody is warming up in the bullpen for 5 Points Bank Hastings, and none are warming up for Great Plains Health Post 163. In this bottom of the 5th inning, again, winner stays in the upper bracket to face off against the winner of Scotts Bluff and Kearney. While the loser will go down to the lower bracket for tomorrow's game. Hammond at first base. Kobe Simance is up to bat, 4, 5, and 6 in the order. Simance, Hanneborg, and Freeze as conversation at the mound is done. Ablett at 78 total pitches so far in this game. And with 1 out, trying to avoid what happened last time Kobe Simance was up, when Simance turned on an off-speed in the zone and lofted it all the way out to the gap in left center. 1 out. Ablett, the lefty, glancing over at first, now delivers. That one's down low around the ankles for ball 1 to Kobe Simance. 2-1 lead still on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard. Next pitch, whoa, way outside. Good glove from Parker Hodgen. If he wasn't there to get it in time, that was going all the way to the backstop, and that would have moved Hammond to second. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Owen Ablett. Actually, I was going to say that, and then he goes and immediately tries to pick off Hammond, but Hammond gets back. 1 out. Ablett delivers. That one's high upstairs again. That's ball number 3 of this at-bat to Kobe Simons. Three and 0, 1 out, the bottom of the 5th. Ablett looking down the barrel of walking Kobe Simons. That's the next pitch. That is outside for ball 4, a 4-pitch walk. And now Kobe Simons will go over to first. And now up to bat, Ty Hanneborg. Has some confusion from it looks like the Hastings infield. They thought that was a strike, but makes his way over to first does Kobe Simons. So 2 aboard. Hanneborg was 0 for 1 today. An opportunity to bring the game-tying run all the way home at second. Or even if he hits one out of the park, bring game-tying, leading, and +1 run across. As Ablett at 82 pitches, his first pitch to Hanneborg. Outside for ball 1, and you can just start to see, especially in this inning, Owen Ablett struggling with his pitch command. Nobody warming up in the Hastings bullpen at the moment, either for North Platte. As here comes the 1-0 pitch from Ablett. That one off speed. This time finds the mark on the outside part for a 1-1 count. Two runners are aboard with 1 out here in this bottom of the 5th. One of the best opportunities for North Platte to score. It's down low and outside again for ball 2 from Ablett. 2-1. Hanneborg playing patient with Cade Freeze on deck. Silos also in the hole. Great Plains Health post 163. Simons at first. Hammond at second. Hanneborg at the plate. 2-1 the count. The long wait. Ablett delivers. Off speed, that's up high, and here we go. Ball 3 to Ty Hanneborg. A walk here would load the bases for North Platte. The bottom of the 5th inning. As Ablett waiting for the sign from Parker Hodgson that he likes, he gets it. 3-1 the count to Hanneborg. Ablett, big sign. Delivers. Turned on by Hanneborg, but that might be a pop fly to Zane Thompson at first, and it is. Hanneborg swinging and fouling that ball off to Thompson at first. Now puts North Platte down to 2 outs here in this bottom of the 5th inning, and you can see the frustration from Ty Hanneborg. He knew he shouldn't have swung on it. As with 2 down, Cade Freeze now up to bat. Struck out swinging in his last plate appearance versus Owen Ablett, and then grounded out to Stronsberg in his first. As first pitch to Freeze. Outside for ball 1. 0-1 the count. Oh, excuse me, 1-0 the count. As the Hastings fan not happy with that call at the plate. Ablett now with the 1-0 pitch to first baseman Cade Freeze. Fastball that's upstairs. Oh, and that one's in for strike number 1. A little bit of a makeup call with that one. Now it's 1-1 the count. So 1-1 to Freeze. As Ablett with another deep breath will deliver. Freeze takes a chop, but it's gloved up by the pitcher, Owen Ablett. He'll throw it to first, and that is how this inning comes to an end. North Platte had a perfect opportunity to potentially bring some runs home where they left 2 stranded as we now go to the top of the 6th inning. Great Plains Health post 163, trailing 5 points. Bank Hastings once again by 1. We come back here to Ryder Park on FM 98.1, AM 1410, a video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Mom, what's everybody doing this summer?
Easy. Hanging out at Dave's Place, pizza and wings.
The pizza is awesome. The wings are amazing.
And we've got cold, refreshing drinks, weekday nightly specials, and a family-friendly atmosphere that's perfect for lunch or dinner.
So basically, it's the coolest place in town.
Whether you're grabbing lunch, bringing the family, or meeting up with friends, Dave's Place Pizza and Wings is your summertime place to be.
See you at Dave's Place. Whoop-whoop!
Cracked windshield, foggy windows, need custom glasswork? Look no further than Larry's Glass in North Platte. For over 40 years, Larry's has been your go-to spot for all things glass. From auto to residential to commercial. If it's glass, Larry's Glass has it covered. Fast, reliable, and done right the first time. Trust the experts at Larry's Glass to keep you safe and looking sharp. Call Larry's Glass today, 308-532-7675, or stop by 211 West 5th. Larry's Glass, where quality is clear as glass.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Ryder Park on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com. We have a new pitcher on the mound for Great Plains Health. It's Jacoby Silos. McIntyre with 106 pitches, 65 strikes, 41 balls in his start. Now we see Silos come in, and they both switch places, so McIntyre goes back behind home plate. Half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McCann and the Fortify Group. See him on the one-ways, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. Up to bat, Gavin Stronsberg for Hastings, as he'll lead off the top of the 6th inning. And a 1-run lead for 5 Points Bank Hastings and the Chiefs. 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 Hastings error. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 North Platte error. As McIntyre goes to the dugout, I think to take his pitching tape off. As again, here is Stronsberg. 7, 8, and 9 in the order due up. Stronsberg, Drake, and then Brennan Chris. As Jacoby Silos, the pitcher, taking over for McIntyre in this game. With pitching 106 pitches, McIntyre most certainly done for the rest of this tournament. As Silos' first pitch. Right in there. Strike number 1 to Stronsberg. 0-1. To the shortstop from the young Jacoby Silos. He lasers another one in, but it's outside and low for first ball of this at-bat. Again, winner of this match will stay in the upper bracket and face either the winner of Scottsbluff or Kearney, while the loser goes to the loser's bracket, and that pitch is there for strike number 2 as home plate umpire and Stronsberg having a conversation. As there's the second out of this inning. So it's 1-2 the count. Now to Stronsberg. The pitch. Foul off the bat. Stay it. 1-2. Both teams yet to score since the 3rd inning. Hastings scored in the top of the 3rd, and that was the last time a runner has come across for either side as Stronsberg calls for time at home plate. It's been a really good pitching duel and a pitching matchup between these two teams. 1-2 pitch. Oh, that off speed not in there for ball number 2. Mighty close as Silos, an absolute beaut of a pitch. Just barely misses. And now the 2-2 count. That unfortunate fastball losing some of its control and goes into the turf. Ball 3. 3-2 the count with nobody out and nobody on for Hastings in their offense in the top of the 6th. 3-2. That one's going to be lobbed over the head of Jace Hammond for a single. And with nobody out in a battle at the plate, it's Stronsberg who will get the single into right for the 5th hit today for Hastings. And now it's Peyton Drake, who's 2 for 2 with 2 singles into left field. Now up to bat. facing the new pitcher Silos for the first time today. Runner at first being Gavin Strasburg, excuse me. Pitch from Silos to Drake, off speed in. Strike one. Beautiful first pitch from Jacoby Silos. Of course, McIntyre, the power pitcher of the staff. Silos more of that control placement pitcher. You'll see a lot more precision from him than just pure brute strength. As a bunt looks to be put down by Drake. It's going to stay fair and then tagged out by Cade Freeze. So bunt will move runner over to second. Now with one out. Brennan Chris grounded out to Ty Hanneborg into a double play in his last at-bat. There won't be a double play with Strasburg at second, but Chris trying to bring Strasburg home and open the game up. Another good off-speed from Jacoby Silos there for strike one. 0-1. Quick glance at second for the young Silos. Next pitch. Fastball check swung on by Chris, but it's down low for ball number one. One and one. One out in this top of the sixth inning. Silos with his next pitch. Fouled off by Brennan Chris, and now it's a 1-2 count. Silos looks for the second out. Chris 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. Flew out to Silos when he was catching. There is a warm-up pitcher in the bullpen for Hastings that I can see off on their side. Can't place a number at the moment. As next pitch, 1-2 in there! Strike three. Brennan Chris goes down looking. Another off-speed from Jacoby Silos. Blake Kuhlman, I believe, is the man that is warming up for 5 Points Bank Hastings potentially. I think that's number 4 out in the bullpen. If it's not, it's either 4 or 15, Nick Musil. Well, if that's the case, he's going to be due up next, so I believe it's Blake Coleman. 2 outs now for Parker Hodge and the catcher. 2 walks and a fly out for him as that off-speed pitch outside. Ball number 1. Good eyes from the home plate umpire. It's gotten a couple of flack from fans here today, but has holistically done a good job. 1-0 with 2 outs. Runner at second being Strasburg. That fastball quickly into the turf for ball 2 from Silos. As with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position, Silos looking to get out of this inning unscathed. Hard hit ball over to first, but it's going to be easily picked up by Cade Freeze. He steps on the first base bag, and that is how this inning comes to an end. We'll potentially see a new pitcher for 5 Points Bank Hastings when we come now to the bottom of the 6th inning here from Ryder Park on FM 98.1, AM 1410, a video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
See me, Pete Volz, proudly serving Western Nebraska.
Craving bold flavors and authentic Chinese cuisine? Look no further than Szechuan Famous Foods. From spicy Szechuan classics to mouth-watering dumplings, fresh sushi, their dishes are crafted with the freshest ingredients and traditional recipes. Whether you're dining in or taking out, every bite is a taste of China. Visit Szechuan Famous Foods today, where flavor is always first. Located at 320 Rodeo Road, or order online at SzechuanFamous.com for carryout or delivery. Your taste buds will thank you.
North Platte Post Sports.
Still a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com. We have no new pitcher for 5 Points Bank Hastings, but I did get a number. It's Peyton Drake who was warming up in the bullpen for 5 Points Bank Hastings. Is Owen Ablett still out there? We'll actually have a pinch hitter for Jacoby Silos this inning. It's Cade Songster. Songster, who, if you remember, tore his ACL or had a knee injury during the football season when he was playing cornerback. Recovered all the way till now and is up to bat in a pinch hit situation in the bottom of the 6th inning for North Platte, as they still trail just by 1 run, 2-1. As home plate umpire and third base umpire having a lengthy conversation at home plate, waiting for, I believe they're actually counting the pitches still, because they're looking for a pitch count. So now they're saying 84. Well, I'm not going to lie. I may be bad at numbers, but I got 90 on mine, and I'm just hitting dots. So, okay, so we're going with 90. I was going to say, I'm bad at numbers, but my little device here, my phone, is really good at just hitting ball strike. So 90 pitches for Owen Ablett. Now the and time's called again. As time is called one more time, we're going to have another conversation. And to be honest, not too shocked at the little kerfluffle we're kind of having here. North Platte and Hastings always have something go wrong, and more importantly, something always goes awry when it comes to Blake Marquardt, coach for 5 Points Bank Hastings. Coach Marquardt has some quirks to him. Are we going to have another count? Oh my gosh, we're going to bring the official book down. Oh, mama. All right, everybody get your popcorn out, because we're going to go counting numbers again. This time by the official. And honestly, it is a Blake Marquardt special, what we're seeing here. So the book says that they have 84 pitches. All right, that Owen Ablett has 94 pitches. Me, Coach Hind, and Coach Marquardt all have 90 pitches for Owen Ablett. And so we have the official book out now to see who is missing some pitches. And I'll have you know, I know they said those two out there had 90 pitches, but I want to throw my hat into the ring that I have 90 pitches. So now we're finished with our discussion. Okay, so we all have come to the mighty conclusion that we made it to 90 pitches on the official book, and I think we're finally ready to go. So Cade Songster, who, of course, missed a lot of the sports season during high school with his knee injury during football, now up to bat, pinch hitting for Jacoby Silos, as Songster finally healthy enough to come back. A huge opportunity for the young man, with him leading off in the bottom of the 6th inning. Dakota Bandy is on deck with Maddox Hernandez in the hole, as Ablett's first pitch to Songster, down low for ball 1. To my mysterious texter who just messaged me, yes, the answer is yes. Want to know the count now to Cade Songster from Owen Ablett, as I got to switch innings here. It's 1-1 as Ablett finds the zone once again. Nobody out, bottom of the 6th. North Platte has 2 chances on offense to tie the game and or get the game-winning run. As that next pitch from Owen Ablett is below the knees for ball 2. Again, Peyton Drake will be taking over for Ablett when his time is called, as he was warming up in the bullpen last half inning. As Ablett's 2-1. Songster swings and misses. Pitch well below. And with that, 2-2 the count. The lefty Ablett delivering to Songster. Another swing and a miss by Cade Songster, and he goes down swinging. And there's out number 1 in the bottom of the 6th. So Dakota Bandy, who has singled up the middle twice, now comes up to bat. Bandy, who has, in his 2 at-bats so far, been impressive in getting aboard, looking to make it around home and tie this game up if he can do it again. Could go 3 for 3 down the middle. That's the first pitch from Owen Ablett's there for strike 1. Again, first districts for a lot of these faces at the senior level. Again, with, the years, the old guard moving on and graduating, going to different places, as Ablett again with a pitch that, doesn't find the zone. Ball 1. 1-1. But a lot of these faces new to the district level, and even against a team like Hastings, which was experienced with Coach Marquardt, holding their own. As the next pitch is outside from Ablett to Dakota Bandy. Of course, Coach Anthony Hine coaching his first A-7 district for North Platte as he takes over for Coach Ricky Holm this year. Ablett with a 2-1 pitch in pitch number 99. Up high and outside for ball 3. And Dakota Bandy looking like he could potentially, there's no wood to knock on, but could potentially walk on over to first. 3-1. As Ablett steps and delivers. Hits outside ball 4, and there's Dakota Bandy once again getting onto the base pads at pitch number 100. So Maddox Hernandez, who launched a big single last inning, now up to bat. Has Dakota Bandy at first with 1 out. Connor Stifler is on deck, and Jace Hammond is in the hole. For Great Plains Health, post 163, trailing just by 1 run, 2-1. Lefty staring down Bandy at first. Fastball upstairs for ball 1 from Owen Ablett. And here comes Blake Marquardt out again to have a conversation. He's going to the mound. Now, I do not believe this will be the end of Ablett's day. Still got one more visit. Of course, they're using their 1 visit here. Next visit to the mound will end the day for, they are. There is the end of Ablett's day as Marquardt has the ball handed to him, and Peyton Drake will now be taking over officially for 5 Points Bank Hastings. Ablett, who this inning you can see start to suffer just a little bit with his placement. Now we'll go to the dugout, and we're going to have a pitching change at 101 pitches from Owen Ablett. 58 strikes, 43 balls, as Peyton Drake takes over on the mound here with a 2-1 lead for 5 Points Bank Hastings on FM 98.1, AM 1410. And I'm trying to get the number of who's moving over to third. I believe that's Blake Coleman. Nope. Turn around, buddy. Come on, flash me the 6. Not turning around. It might be, actually, might be a new first baseman. As we're going to see Zane, I believe that's what's going to happen. Actually, here is we're going to see a couple of, as Zane Thompson moves over to third. And then at first base, we're going to see, is it Nick Kavensky over at first, number 11? People need to just turn around for once. Let's play some fun here. Oh, here we go. No, he didn't turn around. So Peyton Drake taking over for Owen Ablett. Oh, it's number 10 over at first. Oh. Gus Hemberger will be as Gus Hemberger will be the man at first base. We have Zane Thompson at third, and then the righty, the big righty, Peyton Drake on the mound to close this game out for 5 Points Bank Hastings. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Runner at first being Dakota Bandy. Half-inning breaks and timeouts are brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. See him on the one-ways, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As first base coach Landon Greeno walking his way over to first, we're actually going to have a courtesy runner for Dakota Bandy. Tommy Haggart, senior, over at first now. Courtesy running for Bandy. Maddox Hernandez at the plate. Would not shock me in the slightest if we see Tommy Haggart sprint over to second at some point in this at-bat. 1-0 the count with Peyton Drake on the mound. First pitch from Drake to Hernandez there for strike number 1. 1-1 the count. Stifler on deck, Hammond in the hole. Drake delivers. Hernandez fouls it back to the net. It's now 1-2 to Maddox Hernandez. Center fielder today. First year at the senior level as almost an everyday starter in center field. As Drake with a quick glance at first to Tommy Haggart. There goes Haggart, the 1-2. Turned on, it's going to be lifted slowly over to Strasburg, and it goes into center field. And that is going to be a single. Oh, they're going to call runner's interference from Tommy Haggart. Oh, no, they're going to say that there's runner interference on the side of Hastings. Oh, my. So that runner's interference not only sees Hernandez get to first, but it moves Tommy Haggart all the way to third, and here comes Blake Marquardt out to have a conversation with third base umpire. Calling interference against the defense as Haggart was trying to go to second when the ball was moving into center field. Oh, now we're going to have a discussion as Blake Marquardt called for a umpire's discussion. So third base umpire made the call that there was interference. So Haggart's over at third right now. And this could be a really big game-defining play right now with, again, the game-tying run at third. And then Maddox Hernandez, who has some speed, over at first base. And that's the game-winning run at first. Oh my God, I don't want to be that guy. But if you turn back the clock, 4 years ago, almost to this day, it was it these two teams? I believe it was these two teams exactly. Went almost 15 innings before it was Blaze Seiler's walk-off home run into left field. And I'm kind of getting same vibes from that game and this game. A pitcher's duel that continued on for the longest time until it was Zeiler's. So they're going to overturn that again and say that over now to second should go Tommy Haggart. So there is no interference. And now Coach Hind will go out and have a conversation with the home plate umpire. So it was an original call by third base umpire, and then they come and conversate, and then they overturn it, so there's no interference. Now Coach Anthony Hind going to go have a discussion with the home plate umpire to get his conversation. Now we're going to go to the third base umpire. The drama continues as Coach Hind arguing his case now. Again, this is a pretty big moment in this game because if that is interference, as Coach Hind and originally the third base umpire thought, it would move Haggart to third and put him within a few feet within scoring distance. For Connor Stifler, who's up to bat, Hammond on deck, McIntyre in the hole, 1 out here in this Bottom of the 6th inning as Coach Hine getting the explanation. He probably won't like the answer, and he most certainly doesn't like the answer, as that still stands. And now Coach Hine going to go meander close to Stifler and have a talk. At least smile, I see. So runners hit first and second for North Platte with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. It has been since the bottom of the 1st since North Platte last scored. First baseman Hemberger is in the infield expecting potentially a bunt from Stifler. As Peyton Drake, the righty, is on the mound in relief for Owen Ablett. First pitch to Stifler. In there, strike number 1. Tighten around the knees, but there. 0-1. Jace Hammond is on deck with Dean McIntyre in the hole. Game-tying run at second being Tommy Haggart. The 0-1. It's into the dirt. Ball 1. Tense moments here at Ryder Park in game number 1 of the A-7 district tournament. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Connor Stifler. It's now 1-2. Now Stifler staring down the barrel of a strikeout against Peyton Drake with runners aboard. 2 of them exactly. Drake's 1-2 pitch. There goes the runner on over to third. Throw on over to third. Not in time, so both runners are going to advance, but they'll say Connor Stifler goes down swinging, or more importantly, goes down looking. So 2 are out now for Jace Hammond, who reached on an error against Brennan Chris last inning. As we have, following the stolen bases, Haggard at third, Maddox Hernandez at second. 0 for 3 so far today for Jace Hammond. Here's his first game against Peyton Drake. Fastball down low. Remember, these 2 teams did not play this year. Both games were rained out. As it's 1-0 the count. Dean McIntyre on deck with 2 down. Hammond, high bouncer, gloved up by Thompson. Throw over to first is in time, and that's how this inning comes to an end. We now are going to go to the top of the 7th. Final inning potentially of play as we make our way in that final inning of the opening game here of the A-7 district tournament. We'll have that inning when we come back here to FM 98.1, AM 1410, a video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Looking for your next ride? Come to Bill Summers Auto Group in North Platte. Whether it's a brand new Ford, Honda, or Nissan, or a reliable pre-owned vehicle, we got the inventory to match your needs and budget. Our dedicated sales staff is here for you before, during, and after the sale. Plus, great financing options are always available. Family is our business, and we can't wait to welcome you to ours. Stop by South Highway 83 in North Platte. Bill Summers Auto Group, open 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
Chad's at Runza.
Post-workout fuel.
Then you want the Cobb salad.
You got protein?
44 grams of it.
Ha, respect.
Popcorn chicken, crumbled bacon, hard-boiled egg, tomatoes, cheddar.
For the gains.
And a side of Runza homemade ranch.
For the soul.
Try Runza's Cobb salad. Available for a limited time. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Legion Baseball plays here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM. Head to Merrick's. Open 7 days a week. Check out their Monday through Friday nightly specials from 4 to 8. $12.50 dinners and includes 2 sides. That's Merrick's.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Ryder Park. Opening game of the A-7 district tournament between the number 3-seeded Great Plains Health Post 163 and the 4-seeded 5 Points Bank Hastings. Zane Thompson up to bat, who's now playing third base. Half-inning breaks are brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. You see him on the one-ways, 621 South Dewey, Sweet Beat. 1-1 the count as Thompson way ahead on that off-speed pitch from Jacoby Silos, who's at 18 pitches. In relief for Dean McIntyre. Another off-speed, won't find the movement he wants. 2-1. Thompson, Musil, and Ablett all on deck and in the hole for Hastings. That next pitch, though, down low for ball 3 from Jacoby Silos. As here comes Silos' 3-1. In there, strike 2. 3-2 now from the young Jacoby Silos to Zane Thompson, who's 0 for 2 today with a fly out, and a walk. But it's outside for ball 4, and that's 2 walks for Zane Thompson. Nick Musil, who's 1 for 1, a double, a hit by pitch, and a walk, is now up to bat. Three, 4, and 5 in the lineup now here for 5 Points Bank, Hastings, and the Chiefs. Silos now a couple glances at first on over at Thompson and delivers. Off-speed pitch upstairs and outside. There's ball 1 from Jacoby Silos. In this top of the 7th inning, Hastings still holding on to that very small 1-run lead. They've been doing that since the top of the 3rd. That one's lofted into the sky. Ty Hannibal calling everybody off. Actually, it's going to drift over to Maddox Hernandez, who's there to grab out number 1 against Nick Musil, who pops out. And now Owen Ablett reached on a fielder's choice in his last plate appearance, now up to bat. As Ablett tried to lay a bunt down and move the runner he had in his at-bat over to second. And then easily, though, was thrown out by Dean McIntyre. Off-speed pitch again upstairs and away. Ball 1. 2 for 3 day from Owen Ablett so far. Liam Dyer is on deck with Ben Weebles in the hole. 1-0. Fouled off by Ablett for strike 1. 1-1 the count. 1-1 the count. With 1 out and a runner at first being Zane Thompson. Thompson not really a steal threat. Next pitch to Ablett is popped up on over to third base. Connor Stiffer drifting over and there and getting it. And now there are 2 down here in this top of the 7th inning. For Liam Dyer, sacrifice flew out. Actually, correction. Struck out looking in his last plate appearance. Sacrifice flew out in a previous at-bat before, and then struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Has a runner at first being Zane Thompson in the top of the 7th inning. Nice pitch from Jacoby Silos there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. That's Coach Marquardt barking from the third base side, telling his man to lock in. Here comes the 0-1 from Silos. Fouled off by Liam Dyer, and now it's 0-2. Liam Dyer in a dire situation. I waited all game to say it. 0-2 the count with 2 down. Top of the 7th inning. Quick glance at first by Silos. The delivery. That 0-2 pitch way outside for ball number 1, the at-bat. On deck is again Ben Weebles and Gavin Stronsberg. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Dyer goes down swinging, and we now go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Is there magic still left in the tank for Great Plains Health? Posts 163 with Dean McIntyre up to bat. Kobe Simons after that, And then Ty Hanneborg in the hole. You'll have to find out when we come back here to Ryder Park on FM 98.1, AM 1410, a video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Great Plains Pediatrics is growing, and so is the exceptional care your family deserves. Please welcome Dr. Volkortson to the team, joining Doctors Lopez, Mosel, and Parikh in providing compassionate, expert pediatric care for children from newborns through teens. Whether it's your baby's first checkup or your teenager's annual visit, they are with you every step of the way. 308-568-3580 to schedule an appointment. Great Plains Pediatrics.
Experience the beauty of downtown North Platte and enjoy lunch or dinner at the Cedar Room. The Cedar Room is an unparalleled restaurant experience with this unique atmosphere where modern meets rustic. Enjoy a handcrafted cocktail made with the freshest ingredients by a master mixologist while dining from their delicious American fusion cuisine menu. Make a reservation by calling 308-532-4825 or reserve online at thecedarroomne.com. The Cedar Room, 505 North Dewey in beautiful downtown North Platte.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here. It is the bottom of the 7th inning. Great Plains Health posts 163, trailing by 1 run on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard, 2-1, with Dean McIntyre leading off this inning versus Peyton Drake. First pitch in from Drake to McIntyre is ball number 1. Winner of this match stays in the upper bracket to face the winner of Scottsbluff and Kearney. Loser goes to the loser's bracket, as that one's a high chopper on over to Strandsburg at short. Throw to first is in time for out number 1. Not the best hitting day today, specifically for Dean McIntyre, after he was so reliable this season. Every once in a while, you are going to have just a bad hitting day, and that's where it was for him today. A fantastic day on the mound for McIntyre, though. He made up for it tenfold. Kobe Simans, who walked in his last at bat, he's 1 for 1 with a double, now facing Peyton Drake. Fastball upstairs for ball 1. Ty Hanneborg on deck, Cade Freeze in the hole. Drake with a big deep breath, his 1-0. Whoa, that one way off the mark. 2-0 the count from Peyton Drake. He's at 13 pitches. 2-0 pitch to Simans. Upstairs for ball 3. And Kobe Simans staring down the barrel of his 3rd walk today, which would put the game-tying run on the base pads. 3-0 pitch. It's there, strike 1. Drake bounces back, making it 3-1. Here comes a 3-1 pitch. Outside, ball 4. And Kobe Simans with walk number 3 today scurries his way over to first. The 2 seniors up to bat. We're going to have a courtesy runner. I believe that's Landon Polk. Be courtesy running for Kobe Simans. It will be Landon Polk. So, Kobe Simans going on over to the dugout with Landon Polk courtesy running with 1 out in this bottom of the 7th for the senior Ty Hanneborg. He's 0 for 2 today. Put in the best position he's seen all day to not only get his first hit, but help drive the game time run potentially home if he can get him further. It's at first base. Peyton Drake, the pitcher, the righty, delivers. In there, strike number 1 with a fastball from Drake. Cade Freeze is on deck. It would be Jacoby Silos who's in the hole after Cade Songster pitch hit for him last inning. 0-1. As here comes the pitch, it's a pickoff attempt, and Landon Polk's in some trouble. He slipped and fell trying to get to first. Now, he's actually not going to get tagged out. He is safe. Oh my gosh. What a move by Gus Hemberger. A bad play. Decided to take and chase down Landon Polk. What was a mistake for North Platte has turned into a miracle as somehow Landon Polk gets on over to second base after slipping, trying to get back to first. And North Platte's been given a second breath of life. 0-1 the count now from Drake to Hanneborg. In there for strike two, though. 0-2, the senior Ty Hanneborg, who's committed to Northeastern Junior College, has a runner in scoring position at second base. Drake once again glancing at second. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Outside, ball one. Whew. Everyone take a deep breath. We've still got another couple pitches in us. 1-2 as Hodgen gives a sign to Drake. 1-2 pitch. That one's turned on, but it's drifting towards foul territory. Hemberger trying to get underneath it, but it will go foul. And another chance for Ty Hanneborg. 1-2 to the senior with only one out in this inning. Game-tying run at second being Landon Polk. As Drake likes what he sees from Parker Hodgen. 1-2 pitch. Down low. Ball two. 2-2 the count. As Peyton Drake now trying to get back into the rhythm and find the final out and the final strike of this at-bat. Here comes the 2-2 pitch again. Hanneborg swings and misses. And down goes Hanneborg. Swinging, and there are two down now for Cade Freeze, another senior. He's 0 for 3 today with 2 ground outs and a strikeout. Has the chance to keep this game alive with Landon Polk at second. Fastball is upstairs for ball one. Jacoby Silos is on deck with Dakota Bandy in the hole for North Platte. Here comes the 1-0 from Peyton Drake as he gets set and delivers. Oh, foul back from Cade Freeze. 1-1. Still a runner at second. 2 outs. 1-1 the count. Drake. Couple glances at second. Delivers. That's going to get away from the catcher, and Landon Polk will make his way over to third with a passed up ball. 2-1 now the count to Cade Freeze. 2-1 ball game. As Peyton Drake gets the sign in from Hodgen, and time will be called as Freeze steps out to get refocused in. Again, 0 for 3 day from Cade Freeze. Can he find his first hit? The 2-1. Down low into the dirt for ball 3. Three and 1 as Peyton Drake, the deep breath, delivers. Swing and miss by Cade Freeze. Pitch was a little high. Now it's down to the final strike of this game number 1 here at the A-7 district tournament. Senior who came up clutch at districts during the high school season. Can he do it again here? The 3-2. That one's fouled off by Cade Freeze. That off speed was going to jump out of the zone. He just barely got his bat on it. 3-2 the count now to Cade Freeze. As Drake winds up a 3-2. In there, strike three, and that is how the first game comes to an end for Great Plains Health, post 163. As in the upper bracket, Hastings continues on. North Platte still has a chance. They go down to the lower bracket. Well, they will face off against the loser of the Kearney-Scotts Bluff game. But what a way to unfortunately have this game come to an end. A pitching duel for the ages yet again. And North Platte, unfortunately, falls just short. They fall 2-1 on our State Farm agent, Bobby Hull's scoreboard. 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 error. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 North Platte error. And we go again tomorrow for Great Plains Health, post 163 into the lower bracket. Final score, 2-1. Step aside and we come back. We'll get a quick wrap up before we head out of here on FM 98.1. AM 1410, a video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Things are amazing.
And we've got cold, refreshing drinks, weekday nightly specials, and a family-friendly atmosphere that's perfect for lunch or dinner.
So basically, it's the coolest place in town.
Whether you're grabbing lunch, bringing the family, or meeting up with friends, Dave's Place Pizza and Wings is your summertime place to be.
See ya at Dave's Place. Whoop-whoop!
Puro Clean of North Platte delivers fast water, mold, and fire damage restoration services to the North Platte area. Puro Clean knows how challenging those times can be to you and to your family. Their Nebraska-based experts have a winning, reliable combination of training and equipment partnerships. Local, fast service in the North Platte area. Their average on-site time is 60 minutes, and they'll coordinate with your local insurance provider. Give Puro Clean a call now at 1-800-775-7876 and schedule a visit from a member of the team at Puro Clean in North Platte.
Getting the most out of your college experience doesn't have to break the bank. At Mid-Plains Community College, you'll receive personalized instruction at an affordable price so you can transform your future. Don't spend another summer just thinking about your next step. Take it. Enroll in summer or fall classes at MPCC and put your goals into motion. Start by applying and connecting with an advisor who will help guide you on your journey. Your future starts right here. Learn more at mpcc.edu. That's mpcc.edu.
Cracked windshield, foggy windows, need custom glass work? Look no further than Larry's Glass in North Platte. For over 40 years, Larry's has been your go-to spot for all things glass. From auto to residential to commercial. If it's glass, Larry's Glass has it covered. Fast, reliable, and done right the first time. Trust the experts at Larry's Glass to keep you safe and looking sharp. Call Larry's Glass today, 308-532-7675, or stop by 211 West 5th. Larry's Glass, where quality is clear as glass.
Welcome back here to Ryder Park on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com. Great Plains Health fall in the first game of this A-7 district versus number 4 seeded 5 points Bank Hastings and the Chiefs. It was a mighty close one, 2-1. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error by the Chiefs. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error for Great Plains Health. Man, again, I said earlier, I was getting flashbacks to that game 4 years ago where it was the Blaze Zeiler walk-off home run, and while the full moon didn't come about with it, it still was a fantastic game for Great Plains South, and there really isn't anything they should hold their head down on. Went out and did everything they could. Again, this Hastings team, while being 14-1, deceptive of their record right now, just based on the competition they've played. And, again, a much different squad than there has been compared to different years. But still a team that is deadly. And when they have a good day, they have a good day. And it was a good day for Owen Ablett, as he was the one that shut down North Platte's offense. They had one run in the bottom of the first inning, did North Platte, and then couldn't score the rest of the way. The game-winning run came in the top of the third, and that was it. But a lot of props for Great Plains Health and the way they played today. But it's not over. They still have one more round left to go. They're down in the losers bracket as the A-7 district is a double elimination district. So they play in the losers bracket tomorrow versus the loser of Scotts Bluff versus Kearney. We'll have that game time up on North Platte Post's Facebook page when we get it available to you. And then probably we will actually see you guys tomorrow. Yes, I know I talked about, of course, when I say me, we here at North Platte Post are doing 4-H work tomorrow. We will have potentially the game tomorrow. I will also have that noted in North Platte Post Facebook page. So stay tuned to the North Platte Post Facebook page to see all the latest updates for tomorrow's game, either between Scotts Bluff or Pinnacle Bank Kearney. So North Platte falls in this game 2-1. We will see you guys potentially tomorrow, and I'm going to put a stamp on it. We will see you guys tomorrow for more American Legion action here on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
My name is David Merrill. I'm the head chef over here at the Cedar Room. What I hope to bring to the community is an opportunity to explore new horizons that people maybe haven't before because it was too expensive, too intimidating, too broad. And I just kind of want to bring an opportunity for people to try new things in, exciting ways that, are still small town affordable. Stop on by at the Cedar Room located here in the historic Canteen District.